What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Angry Jackalope, Rob Ricks. Hey, what's up, guys? So, wanted to talk a little bit about the three procedures that I had. Also, talk a little bit about my first impressions on the Nashville shit going on. Also, talk about the stimulus package that was a fucking joke, and also just talk about a few things that I've been doing to pass the time as I've been healing and whatnot. So, this is the day after Christmas. It is December 26th, 2020, and I had my procedure done, 10 days ago? Yeah, on the 16th. So, 16th, I went in, and they kept kind of pushing my time back. There was some emergency stuff that kind of pushed in front of mine. Hey, what's up, Kinet? What's up? Ouch, Medicus. And so, it ended up being a really late night for me. And then, what's up, Vixen? Vixen. Hey, what's up, Tammy? Cousin, Tammy. Hope you're doing well, Rob. Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm healing, and I have photos. So if you're eating dinner and you're squirmish, you might just want to listen and not watch. So, I had the foot stuff planned well in advance. Few months. Well, for October, September, I guess I hurt myself. So September I hurt myself. October, went into the ER, saw the doc and all the other stuff, then got referred to specialist and said we will do the operation in December 16th. And it was like, okay. And then like a week before the 16th, I had problems with my gallbladder. So then my gallbladder had to come out, and then there was a complication with the gallbladder. So one of the stones that was in the gallbladder tumbled out down into the bile duct. And so the next day they had to go in after that. So that wasn't a lot of fun, but it was fine. And that pain, excuse me, and that pain at times is a little bit intense, but was nothing comparative to when I actually had the gallstone flare up. Excuse me, let me just tip something here real quick. So then, day of the operation on the ankle and the heel. So basically, I had two procedures that was going to happen. The first one was they were going to replace 4 tendons that were, or I'm sorry, not tendons, ligaments. They're going to replace 4 ligaments in my foot. And then the next one was they were going to remove my Achilles tendon and go in and shave the heel and then put all of that back together. Okay. And so they did that, and I woke up and I was really numb. I didn't feel anything, and it wasn't too big of a deal. The biggest problem that night was getting wheeled down. Actually, the biggest problem was waking up, and I had to get my O2 level to a certain level before they were confident to let me go home. So after everything was said and done, I got home around 11:30. So I get home and I'm still really groggy and out of it, and then I got in position and basically was just laying on a couch, and I had a boot on too. This is after the boot came off. So I had a boot. I wore that boot with the bandages and everything else solid. I didn't deviate. I kept my foot elevated. I iced it about 3 or 4 times a day. And that's probably why these next set of pictures look as good as they do. Hey, what's up, Yak? Hey, Paula. Which is first appointment. You could still see the blood. You could still see the stuff that they had wiped my legs and stuff down. That yellow-orange tint that's there. That's not my skin. So that's the back of my heel is the one that kind of looks like an S. And that's my ankle, and that's my calf. They had to go in through my calf to hold on to the Achilles, so when they detached it, it would not snap too far up and have a hard time getting it. And that area right there is giving me a whole lot more problems than actually my heel is, if you can believe that. So I've got on the top of my foot, I've got a couple little holes there, and then on the ankle there's a big old cut, and then on the calf there's a cut, and cut's about like that big. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Suffice to say, these are going to leave some pretty gnarly scars, in addition to the lap scars that I have on my belly. So I'm kind of like, all right, that's cool, whatever. And so he was really happy with my progress, and he said, still kind of take it easy, don't do anything crazy. So like I have a scooter thing that I roll around with, and the scooter thing is really super duper useful, and I'm just really happy that it supports my weight, and I didn't have to. I thought they would bill me or give it to me, and then I'd have to pay for the entire unit, but it turns out I just kind of rent the thing for like $6 to $8 a month, and I'm like, shit, for what it does, it's well worth money. So after the operation, 6 days later, I went and had the bandages removed, and they looked at it, and I'm losing weight. Yeah, I've lost probably 25 pounds, I guess. And my energy level is pretty low too. I'm trying to boost it with some stuff, because I'm testing out my gallbladder. I'm seeing what works with me, what doesn't work with me. So far, the only thing that we think might have some kind of a reaction so far is beans. You can believe beans. I'm like, fuck. I love chili, so I'm like, anyway, I was like, whatever. And my appetite has really plummeted. And when I first had the operation, one of my logistical concerns was the toilet, right? Because as a guy, since we have outside plumbing, things like this work really well. This is a little urinal, and I love this thing. It's one of the things that has actually saved me some embarrassing panic moments since all of this stuff has began. And so that's kind of good. But then I was concerned about the other type of potty break, right? And I was like, holy shit, how is this going to happen? How am I going to do this? And so I practiced with some crutches, and I practiced with this thing that sits in front of the toilet. And the funny thing is, I haven't even used that damn thing, because the oxycodone that I was taking fanatically every 4 hours after the procedure was done for the first 6 days had me backed up. So I had no appetite. I didn't really want to go to the bathroom, but I still continued to make sure I had protein, lots of fluids, and stuff like that. And so after I saw him and he was like, okay, you could start to put a little weight on it and everything else, well, then that kind of mitigated the whole need for a lot of extra gadgets and things of that nature. In fact, one of the things that I use pretty heavily is that cold steel cane, as well as a cane that my friend Shane had got for me for Christmas. So, I was able to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to. I've been able to get up and down and use the bathroom. But that day of the bandage removal, we attempted to do the shower stuff, and that actually turned out to be the biggest logistical nightmare possible, because you have a tub that's got a tub and then a shower, right? So you have to reach up and 1 foot over, support your weight with that foot, reach over on the other foot. So it was kind of like, shit, how am I gonna do this, right? And so we I'll give you a hug too. I'm just tired. I really overdid it yesterday, and I'm paying the price today. But so we put a chair in the shower, right? And we my wife helped me get into the shower. I got in the shower and I showered, and I felt a little defeated at that point because I was kind of like, fuck, how am I gonna do this? And it started to set in on me that this wasn't gonna be something I was just gonna bounce right away from. And then I said, no, fuck that. You're gonna be fine, dude. You heal faster than most people, so just keep your mind right. And I was okay, all right. Yeah, and I talk to myself all the time, if you guys didn't know. So I and what's up, Nut Job, by the way? Hello. I meant to say hi to you when you popped in. So today, I tell my wife I'm gonna take a fucking shower, and what I did is I positioned the scooter next to the tub, so I had an exit from the tub. And I had figured out what I was gonna do. I thought about it through the night. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna use that fucking the scooter on the outside to put a towel on it, and then boom, kneel on it, and then scoot around, and I'm good to go. Hey, what's up, Rob? And so then became the issue of how do I stand? How do I have weight, put weight on this foot? Well, yesterday probably wasn't the smartest thing I've ever done, but I was like, fuck it, healing begins now. This shit, I'm tired of being on the fucking couch. I'm really just, I have to do something because I hadn't even been really in my office, but like maybe 2 or 3 times check email, and then I'd get tired sitting, and I'd get on the scooter and I'd scoot back and lay my ass on the couch and play fucking video games, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So I yesterday I used the cane, and I just fucking used the cane as the weight bearing aspect of it, and I just barely put any of my weight on. Now I've realized I still weigh probably 310 pounds. So even a fraction of that weight on the ankle and the foot and everything else is a tough deal. And but I felt thrilled that I was able to actually very slowly walk from the couch to the dinner table and eat with my family on Christmas Day, as opposed to laying on the couch and having a plate sitting on my chest, and I'm sitting up and I'm just spooning shit in my face. So it hurt. Like immediately, things were like ow, and my body was like, dude, you need to give it a break. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a fucking break, whatever. And I just proceeded to just lay down. I've been backing up off the heavy duty pain meds, and so I've been doing mostly, at most, maybe once a day. If there is a lot of pain, I will do one oxycodone, if that. Like, I haven't had one in 3 days, but I do take the ibuprofen, and they gave me a fucking ibuprofen like that goddamn big. It's huge. It's a fucking monster. So yeah, I like that Steven Seagal cane. I do like that one. I think that one is pretty nice. I never had a chance to get it, but I do have my Black Dragon one. So then I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm doing stuff, and my son at one point said, Dad, did you walk to the table? I said, yeah. And he's all, are you supposed to? And I'm like, I did. There was nothing. The doctor didn't say I can't. He just said, try to take it easy. And in my mind, I'm still, no, Rob, they didn't do a nerve block on me. They just numbed me up really heavily all down through my leg. I think if they did do some kind of a nerve block, I don't think they did on my back. They might have did something maybe on the leg. I was out, guys. I remember I went to sleep, and then I woke up going, fuck, I kept forgetting to breathe. So then I got up this morning, and I told myself, okay, we're gonna shower today, and it hurt. I hurt last night really bad, and I knew I was swollen up, and I should, like an idiot, I should have told my wife to give me ice, and I didn't even think about it until actually right now. and I'll ice it tonight. So Tuesday I go back and they're going to take my stitches out. So I have from now till Tuesday to get the swelling down because, as you can see here, things are really swollen. You can see how those sutures are getting really pulled tight, and that's the one that actually doesn't bother me too much, if you can believe that. That one hurts a little bit, but it's not nearly that bad. But that sumbitch right there on the calf, ooh, lordy lord, that one, and that's not a lot of muscle there. That's actually a lot of swelling. There's a lot of swelling right there on the ankle as well. So, you know, and I can feel it right now. It's uncomfortable, but comparatively speaking to where the ankle was before, at the height of the pain where I wanted to chop my own fucking foot off, this is literally a walk in the park. And I'm able to mitigate this with ibuprofen. So I feel good. I feel good, and I'm excited. So Tuesday, it's funny because last week when I saw him, this last week here, Monday, when I saw him, he'd asked me if I wanted a driving boot. I had never heard of a thing called a driving boot, and I said no, I didn't want a driving boot. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, give me a driving boot. I'm going to tell him on Tuesday, yeah, I'd like to have a driving boot. I'm going to elevate it. I've been elevating it. I've been sleeping on a couch, which really fucked up the whole game plan for everything I had staged in my bedroom. Because the problem with the bed is you have a headboard, but you don't have another thing. So on a couch, you've got two arms and you've got the back. And that makes a perfect platform for me to lay on my side because there's no way for me to roll. I can prop my leg in a certain position, and I know while I'm sleeping, it's impossible for me to roll it off and fall off the side of the bed or anything else. So I ended up sleeping on the couch. Well, the problem was my Cyberpunk 2077 was sitting on my PlayStation 4. And I finally was just so frustrated. I said, man, I really want to fucking play my Cyberpunk, but we had the Christmas tree up. We had all this other stuff that was around the TV. Made it very difficult to get. Like, I'm the one that sets everything up, so I already knew it was going to be next to impossible for me to explain HDMI ports and everything else to my family and tell them how to hook up the fucking the PlayStation 4 in a fucking living room. So I did what any rational bored person would do. I bought it on the Xbox. And then I downloaded it, and then I started playing it 3 or 4 hours after it had downloaded. That was my Christmas present to myself. It was kind of good because it allowed me to see the difference between the two legacy platforms. You know, because I've been seeing so many people bitching about the Cyberpunk 2077, and you know, it's a little frustrating to me because it's actually a tremendously awesome game. So on the heels of me eating chili, because the wife she's been making home cooked meals as much as she can, and so she uses the crock pot, and one of her famous things that she makes is her chili, and it's got big chunks of meat in it and tomatoes, and it's a really savory, really good, not spicy chili. So we thought, yeah, it should be fine for my gut, you know, because on Tuesday when I had my sutures taken out, I also, after I get my sutures taken out, I go see the lady who did my gallbladder. So I'm gonna see both of my docs on the same day, and they're gonna take whatever sutures out that they need to take out or whatever. So anyway, I've still been testing out the gallbladder, trying to see if anything is going to be problematic. So when I ate the chili, I felt just a lot of pressure, a lot of pain, and in my upper left quadrant of right under my ribs there, and at first I thought it was something, you know, because you get scared because you have a procedure and something hurts there, and you think, oh shit, maybe it's something related to the procedure. And then it started to dawn on me as the day has gone by. It's sitting on the actual rib itself. So I think I ended up pulling a muscle because I lay on my left side and it's on the left side. So I think what happened is as I've been scooting around and moving and kind of positioning and everything else, I probably have pulled some muscles and on the ribs itself. So I was like, okay, all right. So, you know, chili might not be a problem. We'll try it again at some point. But so I've been trying different things. And I've been, you know, drinking just a lot of water. I've been drinking a lot of apple juice. I've been drinking a lot of different things. And one thing came in the mail that I had forgot. We had did on Black Friday, which was this Mall Energy right here, and this one was called Mythic Melon, and they sold out of it. And I hope and pray that this one becomes one of their standard flavors, because this, no bullshit, me and my son are fighting over this, because this right here tastes like watermelon Jolly Rancher, liquid watermelon Jolly Rancher. It's fucking delicious. And if they make that a regular thing, then I think they're gonna kill it, because comparative to Sneak's blank flavor, that just was also a blank Friday thing that you guys saw in that one unboxing. This kicks the shit out of Sneak, and I am probably one of the biggest Sneak fanatics you guys probably know, just because I have a shelf full of product. I have ends and ends and ends of tumblers, blah blah blah. But this shit right here, this Mall Energy, this Mythic Melon is super good, super good. And so me and my son are actually fighting over it. He keeps trying to sneak it away from me. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, bring it back. And he's like, all right, Dad, all right. So Christmas came, and the kids were thrilled. They got a lot of good swag. Yeah, I like Fruit Punch. Fruit Punch is good. I like there's really not a lot of things liquid wise that I have an issue with. You know what I mean? There's not a lot. But so Christmas came, and the kids were happy, and the wife was happy, and that just really made me happy, because 2020 has been rough, not just for me, but for all of us. So that was awesome. And I'm sitting there, I have nothing to do but play games, and Cyberpunk 2077 is such an engrossing game. Once you get hooked and it pulls you in, like I have a relationship going on right now with this girl named Panam, or Panma, I think is her name. Panma is it was funny because I look for a couple times I thought I struck out with her, and I was like, come on, give me a break here. This is fucking stupid. You guys are fucking. Then I was mad at CD Projekt Red, because I was like, come on, man, this is not how relationships work, And then as the game progressed and everything else, and she started coming around, and I was like, oh, okay, she was fucking playing hard to get. All right, that's cool. And so, it's cute. It's really cute. And it is an extremely adult game. It is a very mature game, and I applaud them. The amount of lore, the amount of content that is in this game. There is a guide you can get, and the guide is abbreviated. It is by no means exhaustive in its content. It's this thick. It's like you could take it and just beat somebody over the head with it and probably kill them. But if you took your time, it'd be like so bananas, Yak asked, have you ever watched Alice in Borderlands on Netflix? Not yet. I want to watch it. We ended up watching Wonder Woman yesterday on HBO Max, and Wonder Woman was a cute movie. It wasn't like jaw-dropping, amazing, but there is a post credits scene that had me and the wife smiling. It was like, fuck, that's pretty cool. So Wonder Woman was pretty good. If you've got HBO Max, it's on there, or if you're lucky enough to go watch it in the movie, it's cool. Let's see here. The band Cold Stairs has a song or two on Cyberpunk. They are from town on Evansville, Indiana. Nice. Yeah, there's pretty good music in it. I mean, it's crazy, man. Like the game is bananas, and all of the Keanu Reeves character, which me and my wife call Kanunu. She's like, oh, there's Kanunu. I'm like, yep, there's Kanunu. It's a compelling story. It is amazing how huge the game is. Like I'm just like I'm still like I'm level 30 and I've got street cred of 50, and that's on the Xbox. On the PlayStation, I think the character got to 18 with street cred of maybe 20. So I figured some shit out along the way on the Xbox, and incidentally on the Xbox, the crashes are a lot more elegant. If you're on a PlayStation 4, you get a really ugly thing. On the Xbox, it just bombs back out and you jump right back in. Evan says, Rob, how are you healing? And otherwise, have the holidays been good to you and the family? Yeah, it's been the healing is coming along. I don't mean to gross you out, but this is current. This is today. How everything is looking. A little bit of swelling right now. There's some bruising starting to show up. Obviously the skin is really tired of being bandaged and wrapped and everything else. But I'm able to stand. I'm able to walk a little bit. I thought it was going to be a lot more painful on the actual ankle, where they put in the new ligaments, but that has not been the case. Like the ankle ached a little bit after yesterday, but the calf, my calf is what is bothering me more than anything right now. And the heel also is a little bit tender, but other than that, I mean, I'm pretty good. The holidays have been good for the family and stuff. I was able to get all the presents and whatnot out to everybody and the kids. We started doing our Christmas shopping back in August. So back in August, me and the wife kind of had a meeting. We said, fuck, we may not have any money in December, because normally we're kind of Johnny come late. We normally do a lot of our shopping like second week of December. But this time we were like, oh shit, with the Rona and everything else and the uncertainty and all the other bullshit, we didn't know what it was going to look like in December. So we started getting all of our shit months and months and months, scraping and just getting what we could. And so it was really cool to see them open their presents and go, holy shit. And they were like, they loved it, and so that was great. I got my eldest daughter almost cried and gave me a big old hug with her present. So it was I knew we did good. So that was awesome. And then traditionally for us, we do our presents Christmas Eve midnight. So that's like we started that when the kids were really young, because what was happening is those motherfuckers would wake up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning just pacing and wake us up, and we'd be like, fuck that. So we do it on Christmas Eve midnight. They get all their shit and they all head downstairs and we sleep in on Christmas Day. And so yesterday was one of those mellow days, and I was able to play quite a bit of Cyberpunk. It's funny, a lot of stuff that I had set aside thinking that I was going to watch a lot of TV and read a lot of books and stuff, like I just did not have the desire to do it, but I jump in and play the game and I'm like, all right, this is pretty good. Of course the Expanse is out, so a few days after my operation I watched the first 3 episodes and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then a few days ago I watched the other stuff. It's funny, Garen, that you brought up this stuff on Nashville. I can't help but feel that was an orchestrated event. And it might be too soon to even have these types of conversations, but there is a lot of interesting shit that's happening right now. One thing that's interesting right this second is the fact that the bullshit stimulus, $600 paltry stimulus bullshit, 5,000 plus pages that they were going to unleash upon us. Trump said, this is fucking stupid. It's 5,300 plus fucking pages. Nobody's read this shit. We don't know what the fuck is in this. And the fact that you guys are adding insult to injury with only $600 fucking dollars, he said, fuck that. And my wife's like, how are they going to spin this? Because some of the stuff that was in that he was calling out was like, what? Gender studies in what, Pakistan or some shit like are you fucking serious? Like it was so bad. And then of course, Pelosi comes back with this, oh well, yeah, we're happy to go $2,000, sure, we could do that if you sign the rest of this shit in, right? I'm like, oh, fuck that, right? Like, believe me, I'd love to have the money, but not with 5,000 pages of who knows what the fuck's in it. So the press has been doing a brilliant job of focusing on the fact that Pelosi says, oh, sure, we'll give you 2,000, but the Republicans don't want to do that now, right? Totally omitting all of the quote unquote pork, fucking stupid shit. It's the special interest and all the other bullshit that's in there, you know. So of course, Christmas Day, we see this bomb go off in Nashville. And at first I kind of was thinking, no, could be a gas leak, could be something else. But then I hear about this whole RV broadcasting. If you can hear this, get out of the area. If you can hear this, get out of the area. And I'm like, oh my fucking hell. To mitigate collateral damage, but to still have some really good thing on there. And the other problem is it's very interesting to see how much footage is so readily available so soon after the event on holidays, no less. So I'm already telling you guys, this stinks. This smells like a false flag, or it smells like a cover-up. It's one of the two. Because you don't see RVs rolling around saying, if you can hear this, please get out of the area. If you can hear this, please evacuate the area, or whatever the fuck it says. And then have all of this data come out. FBI shows up almost instantaneously and blah, blah, blah. And it is a lot of stuff that just stinks. And I haven't even begun due diligence or research or anything else because I've been just laying down, chilling. I saw some headlines and was like, whatever. And then I was listening. My wife was watching some shit and it was playing, and I was like, what? And then I really started to get a little, sneaky suspicion that this is some bullshit that might spiral into some other direction. So anyway, as we've said before, make sure you keep your head on the swivel and make sure you guys have everything good because, New Year's is coming up, and if you believe one group or the other group, both groups, the right and the left, are both saying the same things, but they're saying it about the other side, right? So you got the right saying, well, they're gonna arrest the people on the left, and there's this coup and blah 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 that's happening, and martial law and all this other stuff, and then you've got the left saying the same shit towards the right, but they're saying, oh, Trump's going to get arrested and all this other things. And, it's just whatever. I'm just like, we'll see what happens. I mean, my kids asked me if I was concerned, especially in light of the fact that I have a procedure that I'm recovering from. And it's not like I'm going to be, battle ready by next week. Right. So it's one of those things where I'm kind of like, I'm not worried about it because if things go down, it's not like we're going to bug out anyway. And I've already fortified this place as much as I can. So there comes a point where you just stop being concerned about shit and you say, fuck it. If it is, it is. Because, here I am coming on the tail end of these procedures and everything else. Each one I was worried that might not wake up, but even then I was kind of like, fuck, if it's my time, it's my time. And if shit goes down for New Year's and everything else, so be it. I'm not gonna lose any sleep. That was the other reason I want to get on this video, is just to kind of keep people on a chill level and say, fuck it, guys, there's really not a lot we can do, but kind of sit back and watch things unfold and wait and see what happens. So I'm not gonna worry at all about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Did your power go out Christmas Eve and the day there too, Yak? Oh, you guys are talking about stuff local to you guys. So, the little TV I did watch, so I saw Wonder Woman. That was fun. It was cute. It was good. it's sad it got delayed as much as it did, but there's a part in it later when it's kind of Christmas, and so you're like, all right, well, fuck, it's a Christmas movie. We watched both Die Hards, and my daughter had never seen Die Hard, so yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, that was good. We kind of sat back and laughed and saw the first two and was like, yay, Christmas movies. And then, let's see what else. I started on Mount Fitzroy. I think I'm on chapter 20 on that. I'm loving it. It's just a great story by Scott Sigler. He's super good, super good. And then I don't know how many hours logged in on Cyberpunk 2077, but it's enough that my family's irritated because I'm on a couch and I'm on a big TV and they all want to watch shit, and I'm like, let me finish this mission. And sometimes their timing is bad because it happens to be a big mission. So anyway, I've been doing that. The Expanse is very, very, very similar to the book, but they have some very big differences that I was like, holy shit. One thing that I was happy to see is they pulled Bull into this season. He wasn't in the other seasons, but he's in the book, like books three or book 4. I can't remember which book it is, but it's got to be book 3, I think. It's got to be book 3, I think. And so to see Bull in the series is great. To see him, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, that's Bull. That's awesome, you know. And they did a couple of little changes, but they do have Peaches, and I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. And Amos is still Amos, and so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I was pretty thrilled about how things are. Bless you, unfolding on the Expanse side of things. So my total TV time in 10 days has been Wonder Woman, Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Expanse episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Ip Man. One night my wife was, for whatever reason, just wanted to watch Ip Man, so she saw Ip Man 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I kind of nodded off in a couple times during it, but you know, she was like fired up, and it was kind of cool because my eldest daughter was asking about martial arts, and she had never really taken a keen interest into the martial arts stuff. And when I was growing up, martial arts was huge. Like every day we were training martial arts. And so, you know, my daughter was asking questions about stuff, and so I was like, yeah, I can definitely teach you how to do limb destruction and a bunch of other stuff that is really fun in a fight that people don't ever take into consideration. And the bigger, beefier a person is, limb destruction works extra well on them because even though they've got muscle is soft. It's very easy to create localized collapses and little bloody hematomas and other fun stuff to make an arm not work, and teach her how to do a hyperextension of an arm and, you know, things like that. Because I studied a style called Kaji Kempo, and we specialized in limb destruction and also multi-man attack and stuff like that. So I told her once I heal up, happy to do some training and stuff with her, and you know, use that as part of what I need to do. I need to get back into shape, and you know, it's funny, I'm not wearing my watch right now because my watch, like, I put like this many fingers in here right now. Like, it's like really bizarre how fast I'm losing weight here. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to lose too fast because then I'm going to have like really saggy skin, and that's no fun. So I've been telling my daughter, I said, you know, give me a dumbbell, give me a little small weight that I can work out with in the couch, so I can just continue to work my arms and my chest and my shoulders and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the game plan there. No other fun things really to report. Hey, what's up, Bear? You know, I'm healing. I'm getting around good on the scooter. Garen says, I saw an interesting video showing Aikido versus MMA fighters. It was funny because my daughter asked me if I ever studied Kung Fu, and I said yes. When I was, the first martial art we studied was Kung Fu. I had an instructor named Mr. Louie in downtown San Francisco, and we did maybe a year training, but I was a little kid at that time. And I remember participating in lion dances and stuff. And I was like, well, and I was near the back of the tail. I wasn't the tail. I was like third from the tail or whatever. And so I'm, doing this shit. The firecrackers and all of that fun shit. I remember that. But then we moved from San Francisco over to Pacifica suburbs. And while in Pacifica, we went to a karate dojo. And the guy was like, kick me. And I kicked him square in the fucking nads. And he went down. And my dad's like, yep, you're not training here. Because the guy had a pad like this, kicked me. And I kicked him in the nuts as I had been taught. So it was pretty fucking funny. But in my dad's effort to find some stuff, he found Kajukenbo. And I studied in Johabuna. And that was down in Lindamar, which is further away from Pacifica, more towards Santa Cruz. So I studied Kajukenbo for quite a few years until I was like 14, and then I was up for my my brown belt, and they weren't going to let me go for my brown because after brown is black. And I remember asking them why, and they're like, "You're too young. You're not mentally ready for the techniques we teach after green. We shouldn't taught you past blue, really, but we got you to green." And I was like, well, fuck. I'm not going to continue to train and just stall out at a fucking, green belt. And so, my dad's continued to put me in tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament. And I was like, fuck these fucking tournaments. I fucking hate tournaments. And because, in tournaments at that time, because we were young, they had us pulling punches and everything. And the bad thing about pulling punches is when the real deal comes and you're coming and you're sitting here, you're fighting, you're fighting and whatnot, you go and you're going to go hit and you're like fucking pulling punches and it looks great, but you're not devastatingly destroying anything. And so my brother kind of broke me of it pretty easy. He said this a mental trick is just picture 2 inches past what you're aiming for. Because my brother, he would hit somebody. He'd just destroy them. And I said, "How are you fucking?" And he'd break his hands constantly because he'd just throw everything into a fucking punch and just did not give a fuck. And he would do the one-hitter quitters like you wouldn't believe. And he told me that, just picture it 2 inches beyond. You will never ever pull a punch again because we'd get this close and we'd pull a punch. Right here, pull a punch. Here, pull a punch. But if I'm targeting all the way over here, well, there's no pulling punches at that point because I'm trying to punch through to get to the other side, right? Anyway, I'm surprised you didn't study One Hop Window. Nope. And I don't even know what Kung Fu style it was, because like I said, I was a little kid. But the Kajukenbo, I remember that because we got indoctrinated into its history and everything else. And Kajukenbo has one of the distinctions is it is the only American-made martial art. It does not, it borrowed from karate, judo, kempo, and boxing. Kajukenbo, and it was born in Hawaii. A bunch of Hawaiians came together. They were trying to figure out how to deal with the fucking military that was always fucking them up. And so they would go and they put together their shit, and then they would go and train real time. They'd go down to the bars and fight the fucking military and whoop their shit like you wouldn't believe and be like, okay, that worked, that technique worked, or that technique worked. And so Joe Abuna trained under Imperato. Imperato was one of the founders of Kajukenbo. And so yeah, it was pretty interesting martial arts style. We did a lot of multi-man attacks. We did a lot of groundwork. We did, as I said earlier, a lot of destruction, hyper extensions of arms, blah blah blah. And I have one move I used to do every time I get in a street fight. Slide back into a cat stance, trap the arm, hyperextend with a hammer strike on the elbow. That trapping motion. And it works really well against right hand. It doesn't work very, very well against southpaws because the arms bend that way anyway. So still shocks him that you slipped out the punch and caught it, but whatever. Met Grandmaster Gaylord once. Tiny and scary. Yeah, it was funny. I saw. I never got a chance to meet Imperato, but I saw videos of him with Habuna and the rest of them. And Joe was not. Joe Habuna was not a big, huge guy. You know. So to see Imperato next to him is funny. It was like a Filipino. I think it's a Filipino guy. What's up, Lyra? Hope your holidays are going well. So I hadn't really planned on doing this. I just decided, fuck it, I was gonna do a video to catch up some of you folks that aren't on Facebook and not on the Discord and things like that, and just to give you guys an assessment of what's going on. I won't be doing a real-time story time tomorrow. You guys can hear it in my voice. I just don't have the energy to do it. I'm just exhausted and tired. But I am healing, and I do feel in my spirit that I'm healing good. I itch. My lord, I itch like you would not fucking believe. Like, I just want to scratch, but I can't. I can't scratch at these areas. And you could see. So this is when I took off the bandage immediately. See how smooth everything is? So that ankle is out a little bit, but not too terrible. See the calf right there is not too bad, right? And there's the heel. That's not too bad. But then you look now, this is today, that ankle is really swollen. And you can see there's a lot of swelling there, and you can see there's a lot of swelling right there in the calf. You can see how tight the sutures are. See how they're sunk into the skin? They're not supposed to look like that. The heel's looking still really good though. Heel's like fucking amazing. It's just the ankle and the calf that's got some swelling on it. So I'm gonna do some icing and stuff like that and keep everything elevated. But I'm also still gonna spend some time coming into my office, checking my email for about 30 minutes or so, and then go and sit back down at my my couch bed recovery, and see how that's going to be. My kids keep asking me, Dad, when are you going to go back in the bedroom? I tried sleeping in the bedroom one day, and again, it's not conducive. The couch, I don't know, the couch is just really perfect for laying on your side, not falling off, propping your foot in a certain position, and not worrying about falling. On the bed's a lot more comfortable, but I can't get my foot elevated the same as I can on a couch. And there's nothing on that side of the bed there for me to rest against. Obviously I could probably make my wife switch positions and use her, but that, using a person is something you're leaning. It's just not the same. So I've been sleeping on the couch, and it's been working really well. And so just little victories, and it's been mentally keeping me somewhat positive. I had one moment where I was like, man, this is a long fucking road, and then I had to go back to thinking when I used to run. When you run a long distance race, you don't constantly think about the finish line. It's too far away. You get exhausted, and your mind starts fucking with you, and you quit, right? But if you say, look, I just need to do this, I just need to do this, I just need to do this, and I just, oh shit, I finished the race. It's the same thing. So even though it's driving me nuts, I've been pumping my brakes. I've been, just laying down and resting, and fighting all my urges to, try to go out and sprint a fucking race or some shit. You know what I mean? I haven't even bothered to shave or anything. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just leave it as it is. I did get a haircut right before I went, and she cut it extra short in anticipation of me not being able to go in and, get a haircut for a while. So let's see here. Watch Black Christmas, and I binged the first 3 Ip Mans like 3 days ago. Yeah, Ip Man was good. It's a good series, and it was sad and everything, but I try to explain it to him. I'm like, hey, they took some creative liberties on the show, and realized it was also made in China. So they like to make caricatures of the Americans and the British and everything, even in regards to Hong Kong. you know. And when I pointed that out, everybody goes, "Oh, okay, I get it, I get it, I get it." So, but yeah, no, the fight scenes are fun. They're amazing. Now they want to watch some Bruce Lee shit, and I'm like, anytime you guys want, we can watch Bruce Lee too. You know, that's shit we grew up with. Boy, we watched martial arts all the time. We competed in martial arts all the time. We trained at the dojo. We trained at fucking home. My dad had me in these torture rack fucking things, stretching me out constantly. Fuck, it's like seemed like we were always fucking training. You know what I mean? But in any event, it is what it is. Um, Cyberpunk 2077 was amazing. I'm still enjoying it. I haven't finished it. Have no interest in trying to bum rush and finish it really fast. It's fun seeing a distinct build types. I have one character that's kind of like a John Wick type character who just runs around and shoots, blah 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 blah. He's this fucking gun guy. And then I have another one that just hides in the shadow and just pops people's brains and infects them with the coronavirus. And you watch all the people get infected and they bloop 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 just drop dead. And I have this power called suicide. I hit a fucker and he's all he shoots himself. It's pretty fucking fun. It's pretty fun. Been really enjoying it. So I think the only other build I will try after this is like just like a, you know, a brawler, just a straight. I'm coming up and I'm just gonna beat the shit out of everything I come in contact with. Make out. I'll call him, you know, VIP man. You know, VIP man. You know, V is the name of the character, but I'll just in my mind picture his name as VIP. I'm VIP. I might make. You know, it might be fun is. Thus far, the two characters I made were both men, so maybe I'll make the third time through. I'll make it a girl. Won't focus on any of the relationship stuff, and just run around just punching the shit out of everything. I think that'll be fun. All right, so anyway, I just want to give you guys an update. Again, if you guys are looking for some kind of an energy drink or anything that's super good. Hopefully Ma will redo this one because this has been really good. This Mythic Melon's stupid good, but they're sold out. My son was going to go buy a bunch with his Christmas money. He's going to go buy a bunch of them, and I'm like, kid, they're fucking sold out. He's like, give me that one, Dad. I'm like, I'll share with you. You can have some too. But their other flavors are pretty good. We like the pink one the most right now after this guy. So. And it's not like your normal energy drink because it's mostly like vitamin B. Yeah, mostly B6, B12, vitamin C. That's it. You know, and then the other stuff for flavoring and whatnot. What else was I going to tell you guys? I was going to tell you guys something else, but I completely spaced. Yeah, in regards to that Nashville shit, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. I definitely think it's a false flag or it's a cover for some stuff that we're not supposed to know about that's happening behind the scenes. And so they're like, fuck, well, how are we going to cover this up? I know, let's just blow some shit up and there's no evidence, you know. Blow it up, huh? Christmas Day, you sure we can get away with that? Fuck yeah, we don't believe fucking anything we told them. I mean, look, they believed the Rona, right? So, and I'm not saying there is no Rona. I'm just saying all the stuff that they've been telling us has been very contradictory at best. And so you don't shut the world down on contradictory bullshit, and that's what they've done. All right, so that'll be it. I will probably do our regular show on Angry Jackalope next week, unless I take a tremendous step backwards. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, the way that I'm healing, I think sitting and talking is not going to be a difficult thing. So I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and make sure for New Year's you guys are nice and safe. And like I said, keep your guys' head on the swivel, and let's see what happens next on a roller coaster, right? Yeah. Ooh, a new COVID strain. Ooh. You know that shit was like super deadly. Like I give less than a fuck. I really don't. I'm like, well, whatever. But all right, guys. I will see you guys next week, regular time. Unless, like I said, unless something really stupid happens. But other than that, have a safe New Year's. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys are surrounded by love and laughter, joy and happiness. And I hope that kind of recharged your batteries because for me, every year of Christmas is like, yes, we made it to Christmas and took it off the fucking list. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, take care, and I will see you guys next time.